G'day mate, how you going? Today is the 26th of January 2021 and it is Australia Day. Now, first of all, I'll introduce my baby. This is Crystal. She is a Crystal Kit by Jade Warner, and the reason I have her in today because this is her goodbye video. This little girl has been sold and she'll be heading off tomorrow to her new mummy, a little 14-year-old girl who is so excited to get her. I had so many messages from this little girl because she was wanting to make sure that she actually got this one. So she is getting posted tomorrow because today is a public holiday in Australia, so the post office will not be open. First of all, I'll put her down. First of all, I want to read you a poem. Now, this poem is about Australia, of course it is, and it is called My Country. Now, where are we? This was written by Dorothy McKellar and is a beautiful poem about Australia. I think I've only read this once when I was on TikTok. I actually read this out, and so I thought today, I know last year I really went into the history of Australia and everything. I'll put the link to that video down below. And now this is My Country by Dorothy McKellar. I got my tablet. The love of field and coppice, of green and shaded lanes, of ordered woods and gardens is running in your veins. Strong love of grey-blue distance, brown streams and soft dim skies. I know but cannot share it. My love is otherwise. I love a sunburned country, a land of sweeping plains, of ragged mountain ranges, of droughts and flooding rains. I love her far horizons. I love her jewel sea, her beauty and her terror, the wide brown land for me. A stark white ringbark forest, or tragic to the moon, the sapphire misted mountains, the hot gold hush of noon, green tangle of the brushes, where lithe lianas coil, and orchids deck the treetops, and ferns the warm dark soil. Core of my heart, my country, her pitiless blue sky, when sick at heart around us, we see the cattle die. But then the grey clouds gather and we can bless again the drumming of an army, the steady soaking rain. Core of my heart, my country, land of the rainbow gold. For flood and fire and famine, she pays us back threefold. Over the thirsty paddocks, watch after many days, the filmy grey veil of greenness that thickens as we gaze. An opal-hearted country, a wilful, lavish land. Or you who have not loved her, you will not understand. Though earth holds many splendour, wherever I may die, I know to what brown country my homing thoughts will fly, and that is Australia. Australia. I've been born, raised, whatever in Australia, and I love being an Australian. Although my ancestors come from Ireland and England and also Scotland, and I often wonder if my ancestors didn't travel to Australia, what nationality would I have been? Would I have been happy to be English or Irish or whatever? I know way back it also comes from Spain. I think it's Spain, yeah. It's way back. But I love Australia. What do I love about Australia? I love our weather. We have the most amazing weather here in Australia. We get cyclones and high winds, but we don't get the damage that I've seen in other countries. We have the most amazing animals, the kangaroos, the koalas, the lorikeets, the cockatoos. But in saying that, we have the most deadliest I think, the most deadliest snake there is in the world in Australia. I think it's in one of the top 10. And people are scared to come here because of all our deadly animals. But why? I'm still alive. I'm 63. What's the most deadliest? The only time I've seen the deadliest animal is when I've actually been in like Australia Zoo, or no, like they got the deadly snakes. They haven't got spiders, but they've got the wild animals. But as I said, Australia is an amazing country. I know there is this thing that we all kid about to try and scare off the tourists, give them whatever to scare them, and that is what we actually call is drop bears. I have no idea where the term drop bears come, but what it is, it's like a very savage koala. Even though koalas are not a bear, they call them drop bears. And these animals, they live in trees, and you got to be careful where you are. And they reckon, and the only thing that will actually protect you from these drop bears is Vegemite. Vegemite. Oh my goodness, I should have brought it in. Vegemite is Australian staple in our country. I've got it in there. It's good on toast. It's good on a sanger. Mum used to put it in something. I think she had it. Was it to gravy? I can't remember, but there was something else. But Vegemite. Every Australian. What I love seeing is Vegemite is you see people from other countries testing our Vegemite, and they just get it and they spread it on really thick, and then when they eat it, their eyes are watered because of the taste of it. Maybe they reckon it's an acquired taste, but as an Australian, we've grown up with it. It's an Australian Vegemite, just like other countries have their food that is just to their country. Ours is Vegemite. It's a yeast extract. It's salty. It wasn't until the other week when I was actually, what did I have it on? A sandwich. One of my best sandwiches I love is one I created myself, which is jam, cheese, and Vegemite. You put the jam and the Vegemite on the 2 slices of bread, and just chuck the cheese in the middle, and it's good because, you know, jam is sweet and Vegemite is salty. So when you combine them together, the sweetness of the jam takes away the saltiness of the Vegemite, and vice versa, and it's just an amazing taste. People think, oh, what? How I come up with this sandwich is I love Vegemite and cheese, beautiful, and also loved jam and cheese, really nice. So I thought, oh, I'll combine the 3 together, and I got a thing. Beautiful sandwich. Another sandwich I like that includes Vegemite is Vegemite cheese and lettuce. Yep, good old Vegemite is good on anything, really. I'm sure Mum used to put it in the gravy. I've got it a long time now. Oh, yeah. I said we have kangaroos, koalas. What else is there? We have deadly animals. We have is the funnel-web spider. They are very deadly. Although there isn't. If you do get bitten, there isn't anti-venom. But one thing with the funnel-web, it will actually charge you. It will actually rear up and it will actually charge you. I have never seen one. They first come to light years and years ago down in Sydney. That is where they actually originate. I don't know how they originated from, wherever they come from. And they gradually migrated north, so they can be anywhere. Then there's also another one called the redback. And there's actually a song about the redback. I'll see if I can find it. It's an old one. This goes back to the redback. There it is. Here we are. Where are we? Where are we? Where? Let me see. Sorry, but lucky I've got a tablet so I can figure that. Has it got? Just got the words? Yeah, here we are. Lyrics by Slim. Oh, this is good. I'll read this out to you. There was a redback on the toilet seat when I was there last night. I didn't see him in the dark, but boy, I felt his bite. I jumped high up into the air, and when I hit the ground, that crafty redback spider wasn't nowhere to be found. I rushed into the missus, told her just where I'd been bit. She grabbed the cutthroat razor blade, and I nearly took a fit. I said, just forget what's on your mind and call the doctor, please, 'cause I've got a feeling that your cure is worse than the disease. There was a redback on the toilet seat when I was there last night. I didn't see him in the dark, but boy, I felt his bite. And now I'm here in hospital, a sad and sorry flight. And I cursed that redback spider on the toilet seat last night. I can't lay down, I can't sit up, I don't know what to do. And all the nurses think it's funny too. And that's not my point of view. I tell you, it's embarrassing. And that's to say the least, that I'm sick. I'm sick to eat. I am sick to eat I don't know. That spider had a feast. And when I went back home again, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make that redback suffer for the pain I'm going through. I've had so many needles that I'm looking like a sieve. And I promise you that spider hasn't got long to live. There was a redback spider on the toilet seat when I was there last night. I didn't see him in the dark, but boy, I felt his bite. And now I'm here in hospital, a sad and sorry sight. And I cursed that redback spider on the toilet seat last night. This is actually a song. And that goes back to when we had the thunderboxes, you know, the outside dunnies, outside. We had to walk half a mile down the back, go to the toilet. And you always used to have, I reckon, I never seen we had spiders in our thunderbox, but there wasn't like a redback. If there was, I didn't see it. But there was a word here, I couldn't read it because it had stars. That I'm too sick to eat a. It doesn't say. It just got B to stars. I don't know what that is. Maybe if I find something. Why do they? It's, oh my goodness. If I find a better one. Where I can see what it is. Let me see. Sorry about this, but I'm just... This one is better because it's got nothing out, so I'll read it again. I'm just trying to say. I'll do that again. This is a different way. Okay. As a song, The Redback on the Toilet Seat has gained a lot of appraisals and has been most popular Australian classic country song. Many artists, including the Wolverines and John Williamson, have given their own cover version songs based on the original song in the occasional coarse language in 2008, which became the most famous cover version on The Redback on the Toilet Seat. I don't know why. Sorry, but I'm just going through to find out what word. I cannot play the song because, you know what YouTube are like with music, unless it's Oh, sorry about that. The redback is actually only a small spider, and we depicted by it's got a red back, of course, down its back. They're only small, but they're actually different. As I said, the funnel webs, they will charge you. The redbacks, they'll actually go away from you. They're scared, they go back, which I reckon any spider is a bad spider in my opinion. I don't like spiders. It's crazy, but when I'm on my phone and I'm going through something and a spider happens, just an image of a spider comes up, I can't touch it. It never used to be like that. I was okay, but just that it's like even though I know it's a picture and it's not real, I got it slide that I actually can't touch the picture of the spider. Is it weird? Did anybody else get that? I know there are people out there who have arachnophobia, who are actually scared of spiders. And I'm not, it's not a phobia for me. It's just, I don't like spiders. They're creepy, they're crawly. You don't know where they're going to go. I can remember years ago when I lived in Kingscliff, living in a house, I went into my bedroom and the spider on the wall was humongous. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Oh my God, it was the biggest I've ever seen. So I thought, what am I going to do? I tried to walk the street to find someone to come and actually kill it, and I couldn't. So I rang a friend over who lived over the other street. I said, I've got this spider. Can you come and kill it for me? She said, what, silly? What's wrong? I said, it's a spider. Then when she came up and she seen the spider, she actually realised what I was going on about, because we just stood there and threw things at it. I can't remember what happened to it, but oh my God, it was big. I've had snowman spiders, only because I have sprayed them so much they turned white. But getting on to Australia Day, I love Australia. We have, as I said, we have the most beautiful weather. I love this even more at the moment, how lucky we are with how our government is actually coping with the COVID and how all the restrictions are working. I think the last count, we only had 909 deaths in Australia, which is amazing. There has been flare-ups and everything, and the restrictions have gone into force, which is great. But even 909 deaths to this virus is not good. This virus, I heard somewhere that they're actually looking into where it came from and trying to work out what caused it, and they need something. It could be a while, I think, well, this will be hanging around. I know some countries have already started getting their inoculations, vaccinations, a needle in the arm and that, but I'm not quite sure about Australia. But this is about Australia. As I said, she's going off tomorrow. She'll be wrapped in a beautiful blanket. I picked a pink and blue blanket, and I'm sending her a little toy with her. Because the little girl who's getting, it's money she saved up, and she asked her mum, can she have it? She wants it. Because when she first started messaging me, I was like, messages kept coming. I answered my questions, is it still there? I want it very badly. I want it, and I thought at first, I didn't realise it was a 14-year-old. I did not realise it was a 14-year-old. But, oh my goodness, I am so glad that this little girl is actually going to a good home. And she sent me photos, but what are these photos for? And she told me that's the baby's cot. And it is great. So this little girl is going to a good home. So this is the last video you will see her with, Australia Day. Oh, I didn't actually plan what to do. I did plan on, like, my country. That is an amazing poem. And the sheep die. In Australia, we get drought and the sheep are dying. it's so sad, and you hear of farmers have to put their sheep down because they cannot afford to feed them, and they're too skinny. Oh, excuse me, I've got sniffles. And they're too thin that the yards won't take them. And there was a drought a while back, and it's so long a drought that kids did not know that water came from the sky. They thought you go to the supermarket and you buy it in the bottles. That's how some of these kids, they're grown up without any rain. And that's one thing I cannot actually, I cannot fathom, being in a place where you do not see rain for years. And that does happen here. It probably does happen in your country. But here it can be really bad. One thing, sometimes the government does not help out the farmers, because without the farmers, like we've got our meat, it's just not meat, it's all vegetables and everything else that goes into providing everyone in the country with food. Without farmers, we wouldn't have any food. It's just not just meat and that, it's also veggies, different veggies, you name it, even flowers, you know. This country, it survives on farmers for food, and without even the truckies driving the food to the supermarket, where we would be without them. It's just amazing. I don't know what else to say about Australia. As I said, it is an amazing country, mate, because I was born here. But as you know, I've got my flag behind me, my rainbow. I know I've got to put this side because I actually hope it, because I've got the yellow and the green, which is our sporting colours when we actually go to other countries. That's the colours we have, is the blue, is the green, green and gold, that's what it is. And we had the most amazing athletes, and it is, they had good sportsmanship, the whole works, swimmers, runners, the works. Australia is, sometimes I think about Australia and why I love it. It's hard really, because as I said, the weather, where I live at the moment, our weather is the best I've ever lived. I've lived on the Tweed Coast in Mooloolaba, in that, and this is the furthest south I've lived. But it is, I've only lived in New South Wales, and in saying that, Queensland can be hot. They reckon Queensland is good one day, perfect the next, but it's not. It's not. Australia, New South Wales, it depends where you are in New South. I know this, as I said, this video wasn't actually planned. It was planned, but what I wasn't. I'm just thinking of things what I can say about our amazing country. And this little one is also an Aussie. This kit was created by Jade Warner, and Reborn by Trina Treasures. And I'm not quite sure actually where the kit was poured. I know that Jade created the kit itself, but it would have had to be poured somewhere, and I'm not quite sure where that gets done. Do you? Do you know where you were poured? Hey? That made it. I think it's amazing, the details, more so than actually on a Reborn doll. Reborn dolls have got all these different features in that, but with the cat, I'll give you a closer look up. Just look at that. The mouth and everything. And in saying that, my new kit, which is coming from Bountiful Babies, it actually arrived in Australia, and I should have it here by the end of the week, which is good. And I won't be showing you what it is until after I come back from holidays, which there is a reason for that, which you will find out when I actually do it. I won't open it until I come back. So because I want to actually look at it, see it the same when you see it. Yep, and you know, I buy whatever I want. If I want a kit, no matter where it comes from, I will buy that kit. Won't we? Yeah! So with Crystal gone, I'll have room for this one. Then I've got another couple I've got up for sale, as on Gumtree and that. So I thought I shouldn't say little girl in case she happens to watch. I'm sorry, girl. Thank you. What was I going to say? I actually thought she was going to buy one of my 10-inch ones because she was looking at it and that. Then she realised, then she's seen Crystal and she wanted Crystal. And I feel Crystal is a better one for her because that she's 14 and it's a good size for that age. And I know I got a message and it said, oh, I could tell in how excited she was. She cannot wait. And you know how you are when you got a new baby coming and you're so excited to see this baby. And this is one you really want. And you're scared that someone else might get it. And she was scared that someone else might get it. But I said, don't worry, it's yours. I have paused the ad, which on Gumtree, when you can pause it. So if someone's interested, you pause it. Then you wait till you get paid, then you delete it, which is what I did. And yeah. So we will go by. I might do a video of packing her, which won't take long. I've got a box and she'll just squeeze into it. Because because they're made as stuffing, you can actually, sorry Garfield, squeeze them up into little boxes, can't we? And so it's good because if they are a bit squishy, it's good because then they're not going to jiggle about. Poor Garfy, hey? This is, as you all know, this is one little boy that I will never get rid of. Oh, you know, I think I'd get shot. Sorry, I don't mean that, but you know what I mean. If I got rid of him, because he is the mascot of my amazing channel here. As you all know, I love doing my YouTube videos. I do my usual 2 videos a week, and maybe 1 or 2. Like today is a special day. It's Australia Day. It is a public holiday here in Australia. That's like banks and post offices are not open, but other places are open, which is crazy. Like the food shops, everything, Target, Big W, Kmart, all the other stores are open. Like the shopping centre near me, the plaza, it will be opened, but they will be running on Sunday times. And public holiday. What's that? Next public holiday isn't until Easter, which is in April sometime. So yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm just out of whack. It is early. I mean, it's probably about, it's 6 a.m. I woke up earlier, I don't know, I think it was about 3, 4, I got up, had to go to the loo, back to bed, and I couldn't lay there, couldn't sleep, so I put on my story time, and I don't know what happened, I just started crying, and I couldn't sleep, so I said, I got up and I was looking on YouTube and all that, I said, nah, it's the time, I will get up and I'll do this video so I can get it up, because there's a photo, I've got a photo of me holding a koala, which I'll be adding to the end of this. I thought it was actually on my Australia Zoo website, but it's not. So I don't know. I know I found one on my computer. I think I've got something somewhere else, and if I can find another one, I will actually put it on at the end of the video. Our coat of arms in Australia, we have our animals, which is the kangaroo and the emu. And the reason we have those, I just thought there was something they picked because they're Australian animals, but there's a reason. They can't go backwards. They can't move backwards. They only can go forwards. And that is what Australia does. We travel forwards, we fight, and we keep going forward. And it is an amazing country. I know when I was reading that my country, when it comes to droughts and flooding rains, it goes back to the farmers. But with the floods, they can be devastating. And the worst thing is when you hear about people who have actually driven through flood water, thinking, oh, I didn't think it was so deep. Stupid, stupid, stupid. There's a part here in Coffs here, an area, that when it rains a lot, this road does flood. And you will get people who will drive through it. And they get stuck. Then they wonder why. I don't know why they can't raise the road because it actually goes under a train track. So they can't do that. I don't know how they can't fix it. I don't know. Maybe I can't put a bridge because they can't have it too high for the cars to go. It is crazy. At the moment, there's no rain in sight, which is good because you all know I'm heading off to a holiday next week. I've extended my holiday from when I'll now leave. I still leave on the Monday, and I'm back the following Monday. I thought I was going away for 3 days, and I'll be away 3 full days, which would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I thought that's not long enough because if I wanted to have a lazy day where I didn't want to do anything, just laze around, go lay on the beach, not lay on the beach, no, just do whatever, have a rest day. With the 3 days, it wouldn't be enough. So I actually contacted where I am staying. They said, yes, I can have the 3 extra nights. I've extended. When I go pick my car up on Monday, I'll extend it. I've got my insurance. Or even though I've never had to use car insurance when I've hired a car, I always get car insurance because you never know when something might happen. So, and I go through budget rent-a-car because it's cheaper. And I don't use their insurance because I actually book through Vroom, Vroom, Vroom. That's the website, Vroom, Vroom, Vroom. And what it does, you put in where you're from, where you want to pick the car up and the dates, and they go through and search through, and they find different car hire companies, and you choose what you want, and you book it through them. You don't actually go through the actual car company itself. I wonder if I go through there, can I actually change? I wonder if I cancel that one. I've got to work out something, yeah, because I don't know if adding the extra 3 days, let me see, it'll be 4 days, Friday, Saturday. Even though I'll have a book till Tuesday, I'll be taking back Monday afternoon, that way I can sleep on Tuesday. So you'll get some videos. You won't know where I'm going until I get back and put my videos up. I won't upload it until I get back, and because I don't want to really use a lot of the Wi-Fi. I know the Wi-Fi is there to use, but in saying that, I've got a tickle in my throat. In saying that, I don't like to use a lot. So I will do that when I come back. I'll just spread it out over different times like I did when I've been away other holidays. Yeah. Oh, the sun's, I'm sorry. It said it is only early. That's okay. I'll go to bed early tonight, probably. And I was up early. I thought, I feel like some ice cream. I thought, no, it's in the, I thought, stuff it. So I got up, got the ice cream out of the fridge and my spoon and just sat there and made some ice cream. Oh, to any Aussie out there who was watching this, have a good day, mate. Bonza, mate. How you going, Jack? There's a thing we used to do as kids. You say, how's your back, Jack? Haven't seen you for years and years, but I still knows ya. Do that. You know, go up there. How's your back, Jack? Haven't seen you for years and years, but I still knows ya. That's what you do to them. Now you grab the ears and knows ya. Oh. Just things we used to do as kids and that. I think my brain is not quite awake. And it's not doing this video the best as it could, but I just wanted to do a video for Australia Day because Australia is so amazing country. And I know one thing Australia has never had is a war with ourselves, which I feel, I know America used to had a civil war. Then I think about how can you have a civil war? Isn't civil means you're peaceful or something? I'll have a look. See what the meaning of civil is and why you called it the Civil War. Why was it called the Civil War? That's American history. Maybe you should do that for me. Someone out there do a video on America. Maybe when it comes to 4th of July. That's another thing. We seem to know more about America. We hear more about America than what you do about Australia. I know you hear people saying they love Australia, but find out different things about it. America, Civil War, different things. I know you've got marriage equality before we did, but then I also heard that there was a chance that marriage equality was going out if a certain something or other. That in Australia, when it came in, there was no, once it's in, it was vote, for some reason, it was voted for by the Australian public. So there was all these people out there, even though they were people who had, they were straight people, were choosing, got them off, choosing whether we could get married. What has it got to do with them? We didn't vote if they could get married. How would they feel if being gay was the norm? Oh, sorry, this is about Australia. I'm just talking about rights, and voting in Australia is compulsory, and if we don't vote, we actually get fined. I think it's only about $50 or something. And compulsory. And we vote on a Saturday. Sometimes we can pre-vote. I know one year we actually, I think it must have been a federal election, where we actually did it online, which is so much better. Must be another election coming up. Because I don't think I've voted since I've been here. Yes, I have. I did postal vote. That's what I did. Postal vote. Even do that. Because that saves going, lining up, to get your name crossed off and voting. I know one of my brothers, what you call a donkey vote. He would go in, get his name crossed off, get his paperwork, walk out and put that in the bin. And someone told him, oh, you can't do that. And he said, yes, I can. I got my name crossed off. And I feel that's a wasted vote. But me, I don't have any particular reason why I vote for someone. I know our Prime Minister at the moment is Scott Morrison. I know I've said before, I have no idea what party he belongs to. No idea. So it's either Labor or Liberal. One of those. I will find out what party he belongs to. What party? He's the Liberal Party. Right. We had a politician years ago, Billy McMahon, and Billy and see. He was a former Prime Minister of Australia. I'm trying to see what party he was. He was the Liberal Party, and there was a joke going around about him saying, why didn't Billy's wife vote? Why did Billy's wife vote Liberal? Because she didn't like Labor. Get it? Labor? Having kids, Labor. All of these jokes that we have jokes here that I know is Irish jokes, send the Irish up, and we have Aussie jokes. Like, I don't know if you heard about going back, I don't know, must be no more than that. Must be 20 years. No more than that. Where there was a story happened in Australia near Ayers Rock where a dingo took a baby. And there has been jokes about that. And one was where a dingo walked into hospital and matron said, do you want to eat here or take away? Yes. They reckon she was innocent. They reckon she was charged with killing her baby. But then she was cleared, and which is weird because they actually, her baby was only young, took her camping at Ayers Rock, and my thing, taking a baby camping, I don't know. I don't know. It depends where you take them. And she said she's seen a dingo take the baby out, but the kids were also sleeping in the tent. It would have had to walk over the kids to get to the baby. But in saying that, they searched the area, and then they went back later and they actually found the baby's matinee jacket laid out somewhere where it was just laid out flat. It was just laid flat. It was like it was placed there. So I don't know if she did or if she didn't. So, but this was this beautiful little baby that was somehow died at Ayers Rock. Now, Ayers Rock is this big rock in Northern Territory, and it changes colour. You go there, whether you're at sunset or sunrise, and I reckon as the sun's coming up or going down, it changes different colours, and that is the best part. I've always would have loved to go out there and actually see it, but what am I, 63? I don't think that's going to happen, but that's okay. There's a lot of us. The one thing about Australians, they travel overseas for holidays because it's cheaper. But now with the COVID, where overseas travel is banned, they don't know when they're going to open up the gates again for them to leave. It might be the end of the year, it might not be. I have no idea. But this is what our government's done. They got borders closed, which is amazing. It's helped. They were open for a while, but when more cases come to light, they actually closed them again to keep them in the state and not go out. So maybe other countries can learn from our country what our Prime Minister is doing to protect his people. And that is what it's all about, protecting people. And if you know of someone a friend, a family member who has passed away from COVID. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry that wherever you live in this world that more wasn't done to actually help it. It should have been known earlier about this virus, and it was there. But of course it's COVID-19, happened in 19, but we didn't find out till early, about 12 months ago. That was it March or something? I don't know. March, February, March. For time for it to get around the world the way many people travel. I think that's it. I don't want to go too long. And also, I know I heard a couple of weeks back that Australia has changed a wording of our national anthem. I'll put the link to last year's video, and I actually sung I sung it. I won't sing it this time. A-U-S-T-R-A-L-I-A-N-A. National anthem. They actually have changed the words. They actually haven't changed it here. Lyrics. Full lyrics. Let me see. Events, here we are. Advance Australia Fair is a national anthem of Australia, created by the Scottish-born composer Peter Dodds McCormick. The song was first performed in 1878 and sung in Australia as a patriotic song. But it didn't come... It hasn't always been our national anthem. Here it is. About how they changed the lyrics. Australia has changed its national anthem in bid to reflect 60,000 years of Indigenous history. Australia woke up on New Year on Friday and a slightly different anthem. Okay. Now, here's the words, the first line. This is the old one. Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. Now, instead of young and free, it is now Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. But are we free? We have freedom, free. Not all of us are free. We got people in prisons. I'm sorry, it's a joke. Now let me see if I can get the lyrics up, and I think I'll end it with this. Okay. Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross, we toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who've across the seas with boundless plains to share, with courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair. Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abound in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. in joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant southern cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned from all the lands. For those who've crossed the seas with boundless plains to share, with courage let us all combine. I'm sorry, but that chorus is, I don't know. I had the first chorus, I know the words. We never get to know. That's why the last part, I was really out of it. I didn't know. I'm sorry, Australia, but that's just the way it is. But I love a sunburned country, a land of sweeping plains, of rugged mountain ranges, of droughts and flooding rains. It is such an amazing country. I have actually seen, I've been to Tasmania, and we actually have a joke about Tasmania. We actually say, oh, I haven't been overseas, but I have been to Tasmania. Because that's about, it's a fair way away from Australia. It's really a fair way. It's maybe 200 k's or something. It's not just across the lake. And I've been to Tasmania, I've been to Melbourne, been to South Australia, been to Adelaide, Melbourne. Yeah, I've been to Sydney a few times, Brisbane a bit more times than that. Love Aussie movies. One good movie out there I've seen is actually called Australia. It stars Nicole Kidman and Hugh Jackman. It is a great Aussie movie. There are some good Aussie movies out there. There's also a really older one called Picnic at Hanging Rock. It's about this place in Victoria, it's a hanging rock, and in this time on St. Valentine's Day, these girls disappeared. They were at a boarding school and they went for a picnic, and I think two or three actually disappeared. They don't know what happened to them. I'm not quite sure if it's true, but there is a place called Hanging Rock, and what's a Picnic at Hanging Rock. And no, Muriel's Wedding is a good Aussie movie. What else is there? What other Aussie movies have we got that are good? Oh, Steve Irwin starred in an Aussie movie with Magna Sablansky. Oh, what was it called? I don't know. Australia has some great actors and actresses, and we have some musicians are amazing. Great music, although I'm not too keen on today's music. It's just a lot of, but I like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, maybe some 90s. It's an odd song here and there these days that I like. But I stick to my old songs. I love the old songs. I love songs where they've got a rhythm and you can actually hear the words, what they're saying. So in saying that, that was going to go. So it's getting along. This is going to take a while. So I will see you in my next video, which will be Theme Thursday. So everybody, have a good day, mate. Enjoy your day. To Aussies watching this, have a good day. Be bonza, mate. Slip, slop, slap. Slip on T-shirts, slap on a hat, and slop on the sunscreen. Protect yourself from sun cancer. So Australia, I will see you next year for Australia. No, I've got movies, I've got videos in between, so don't worry. I'm not going anywhere, not yet. Not that I know of. Unless the man upstairs got any things, I'm here for however long he wants me here. Don't know why. But thank you again. And there's one person out there I want to thank you for the friendship that we have and for being there. And you know that I'm here for you. And I've told this girl things that I haven't told anyone else, and it's nice, good to have someone that you can put your heart out to and know you're not going to be judged for what you say. which should be everyone really. If you say something, no one should judge you for what you say. If you put your comments on something, you should respect people for what they say, even though you might not like what they're saying. Respect them, because that is their thoughts and that is their, what's the word? That is their words. That's what they believe. And no one should put a person down because of their beliefs, no matter what that is, because that makes that person who they are, even though they may be wrong. I'm sorry. I just had it plugged in. I don't know why I'm happy. It's Australia Day. A day we celebrate this beautiful country that we live in. I should have said that at the beginning. So that's what I know I said it in last year's about how there are people out there called Australia Day Invasion Day, because that's when the whites landed on Australia and they brought the convicts to Australia. But we should celebrate today, Australia Day, for what Australia is today, this most amazing country that we live in. And we are a rock, we are an island, because we are. I think we're the only continent that's actually just Australia. I think so, because all the others got is Europe and there's America, got North America, South America, and whatever else. But Australia is its own continent by itself. I think we aren't number one, no matter what other people say. And yeah, everybody, wherever you are in this beautiful world, have a good day. Enjoy your day, no matter what day of the year it is. And just respect one another. Be careful on how you speak to someone, because you do not know what they are going through. Whether you speak to them face to face, via text, via email, via messaging, however. It's worse via online, because you cannot see how the person is saying. You cannot see how you think they're bringing it across, because you might text something and they might take it the wrong way when it's not how you meant it. So when that happened, it has happened to me on YouTube. I've had to step back and not really get upset, because with this person attacking me. And yeah, so everybody, we respect of every other body's beliefs, whatever that belief is, and take care of yourself and stay safe. Every email I send off, whatever, that is what I say. Take care and stay safe. I think someone took that the wrong way once, and because of what she was talking about, she thought that I was talking about her, saying, everyone, no matter what day of the week it is, no matter what's going on, take care and stay safe. I know it's mainly because at the moment with the COVID, but even before the COVID, after COVID, take care and stay safe. Stay safe in this world, stay safe on the road, stay safe with whatever you are doing, and take care of yourself, take care of one another. Because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. With me, I take care of myself. And I look after myself, because I've got no one here to help me look after me. So I do it all myself. I've got my babies. And yes, so I forgot one. Hang on a minute. This is what I'm sending with Crystal. She's also getting taking one of the, this is also going with her. A little toy. Aren't you, Crystal? So they're being sent tomorrow. And yeah, so Crystal, and we've got Garfield. What are you looking at? Look this way. Oh, there. Almost. That's what I got to watch again. The Exorcist. This is getting along. This is like a Sunday chat. And Cece. So everybody, we will see in my next video, which will be Theme Thursday. I'm doing the theme this week. The theme's been easy, so this week is really good. So we will see you on Thursday. So everybody have a good day. Take care of yourself and have a good day, mate. Bye-bye.